Our next author is Sadaf Siddique, bringing with her a rich background in journalism and experience in working with documentaries, not only in India, but in the United States as well. She is known to be related and an award-winning multilingual, multimedia author. Now, let's delve into her latest work, My Street. This is a strange book, a wordless story illustrated by Habib Ali. The captivating tale revolves around the essence of community spirit within a neighborhood of extraordinary individuals who contribute to making it unique. Join us as Sadaf Siddiqui shares the inspiration between My Street that beautifully illustrates how people from different communities and backgrounds can come together to support a child in times of crisis. Explore the heartwarming spirit of community building with her and discover the profound messages woven into this remarkable story.
Hi everybody, how are you guys doing? You're in school on a Saturday morning. How are you all doing? Good, because you're not come here to study, right? Isn't that? Yeah, you've got come here for stories, you've come here for books, and the reason why we're asking you to move ahead is that so you can see the pictures very clearly, because guess what? This book has no words. So you know what? Parents, close your ears. You can grab this book and tell your parents you're reading. Okay? Yeah. What's the name of the book? Let's see. So this is me. And the name of the book, is called My Street. Okay? So I'm sure you guys all, you live in homes, and in front of your homes there might be some streets. Or does anyone have any other word for street in any other language that you know? Yeah. Loudly. Parliaments, is that it? In which language? Okay. Yes. Rasta, Sadak, Gali. Those are the ones I know. I'm sure you guys know. Sorry? Gadda. What did you say? Gadda. In which language is that? Oh, that's a road. That you mean those are the Bangalore roads, is what you mean. Yeah, so so think about different languages that you know, or your parents know, or your grandparents know, and what that word would be in that language, right? What is street in all these languages? So, because the fun thing about this book is that there are no words, you guys can help me to tell this story, okay? And it can go wherever we want it to go, okay? You can tell me whatever you want, okay? Is that a deal? Yeah? Okay. So when you look at this picture, what do you think is happening? Who's the main guy in this story? The boy and the cat. Yeah, the boy and the cat. The story about the boy and the cat. What does the boy have in his hand? A toy. And it's got a little bell. So do you think it's going to be loud or a quiet toy? Loud toy. Do you think he's going to sit in one place like your parents tell you to and be quiet? What do you think? Yeah, I think he's going to be not so quiet. So let's see what happens. So here, do you see him with his toy and his friend? What do you think he's going to be doing? How do you think he's feeling right now with this? Happy. Do you think it's something he bought somewhere, this toy? He made it. Do you guys make stuff with like new toys or with Legos or, yeah? That is so cool because, it's always fun to sit around and use your imagination. Yes. He does have a scooter in his hand. And can you see his little friend? I think he tired out his little friend over there, right? Okay, let's see what they're up to. Okay. So where do you think he's going? Here. To the market. Yeah, he looks like he's in a market. And what do you see? How do you know it's a market? There's so many shops, the vegetable sellers. And where's his friend? Oh, there on the roof. There you go. You've spotted him before me. So there's his friend on the roof, and there are some more friends. I don't know if you can see all the crows on top. And this boy is racing down the street in a market. Do you think the people are happy to see a little boy racing down the street in the market? No. But would you be happy racing down the street in the market? Yeah, we would all love that. Oh, that man, yeah, I think that bird is doing things near his house that he doesn't want. Yeah, and that's you. And who are the other people? Do you think they know the boy by the way they're looking at him? They're staring at him, but can you see their faces? They're like, oh, I know this little guy, right? And so there's a lady with, do you know what she's doing? I don't think he's crossing anything. I think he's just running. But do you see the lady at the back and the gentleman at the back? What do you think they're doing? Can you spot the cat in this picture? Where? There's the cat. So it does look like washing, but maybe your parents will be more familiar with the person who beats the cotton mattresses and they refill it with cotton. So this one is, you can ask your parents about this and people who do that. Yes? There is a man who's angry in the house on the left side. You're absolutely right. Is there another man in this picture who's doing something else? Yeah. He's making keys. So this is like a bazaar where there are lots of people with shops and a lot of people working with their hands. Yeah. He's making locks and keys. He's fixing locks. Do you guys see such people around in your neighborhoods? No. Well, maybe there are some neighborhoods where this still happens, right? So maybe that's, now you guys can notice that when you go, okay? Okay, let's see what happens now. Where do you think he's going now? He's going to buy something? I don't know. What is he going to buy? Find friends. He's going to buy the watermelon. Well, that's great that you noticed the watermelon. Who are these guys at the back who are noticing him? What do you think they make in their shops? They fix cycles. And what about the other man on that side, on the left? He makes toys. Wooden toys. Do any of you have wooden toys? You do? Yeah. Aren't they fun to play with? Parents, isn't it so nice to have toys that doesn't make sounds? Yes. Yeah, you do. So you see, do you think those two men know him? What do you think? No? Maybe, we don't know, right? Like maybe they know him, maybe they don't know him. I don't know. All right. He knocked down the watermelons. Why? Do you think he's going very, very slowly? Okay, 500 points to the boy who called me miss. Okay. Yeah, he knocked down the watermelons. Did you see that? There were watermelons over here, and now the watermelons. Because do you think he's going super fast, or do you think he's kind of going slow? What do you think? He's going super fast. They fell down. How do you think the watermelon guy is feeling? Angry. And that lady is saying hi to him. Do you think she knows him? Yeah, she knows him. I think she's saying, hi, I've seen you before. You're always here. Yes. Yes, you, in the green shirt. Yeah, the watermelon guy, right? All his fruits fell down. And who's this other person on this side? Lemon soda. Do you guys go and have lemon sodas outside? Or sorry, parents? No, I didn't think so. And where's his friend, the cat? Yeah, is he running? He's keeping up, right? Okay, the white thing. This? It looks like a bottle to me. What does it look like to you? Water bottle. But you know, there's a special someone in the audience we can ask these questions to. I'll tell you about later, okay? All right. Uh-oh. What happened, guys? He did break his toy, because can you see what happened here? He slipped. And yeah, and the toy broke. So how do you think he's going to be feeling? I think he'll be kind of sad. Has this ever happened to you guys that your toy broke and you were sad about that? Yeah. So let's see what happens next. You're right. See, he's pretty sad. Yeah, well, you know, if you break something, you'd be sad too, right? If you made something and it broke. Okay. So now who are all these people? They're who saw him, and what do you think they have in their hands? Okay, let's go through it one by one. He's got some, what's that? Wheels. Handles. He's got some wood. Does it look like wood? He was the toy maker, remember? So he might have some wood. What does she have? Cotton. Very good. What does she have? A cloth. What does he have? Tools. And this gentleman? Jalebi. Oh, wait. No spoilers, please. So what do? They get together, and what do you think they're doing? Are they fixing it? Because they can't really fix his toy. It kind of broke, right? They made him a new scooter with a seat. So maybe he'll sit down and go slowly. What do you think? Yeah? And how do you think the boy's feeling? He's excited. He got a new toy with fun little ribbons on the side. And how do you think everyone else is feeling behind him? Cheerful. So do you think he's going to like now, okay, I got a new toy. I'm excited. I'm going to go slow. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah? You think he's going slow? That is behind him. Is he going to go super slow again and be careful? No. He went on like Batman. So is that safe? But is that fun? Yes. Okay, so that's basically my book, My Street. Do you guys have any questions before we move to the next part of this? Any questions for me? Yes? How do you think he pushes a cycle? Yeah, he doesn't need any tools. He doesn't need to start the engine. He is the engine, right? Yeah. Who's the illustrator of the book? What an excellent question. Because honestly, the book has no what? Words. So I wanted to introduce you to the hero of the story who actually brought the whole book to life. And his name is Habib Ali, and he's the illustrator. So please give him a hand. Do we have questions for Habib? Should we ask him some? Let's ask him some questions. So do you know that Habib and I are meeting together here for the first time? And we just exchanged emails, and our publishers who are right here, the wonderful people at Pratham Books, they brought me and Habib together to tell this story for you. But like many, authors and illustrators, they don't really meet, so it's kind of interesting. And I'm so happy to meet him because I got to see him for the first time. And the first time I saw the book, I was so happy because he can't read my mind. Do you think he can read my mind? Yes. Okay. Yeah, so we'll ask Habib some questions. What do you want to ask? You asked him who's an illustrator. Do you have questions? Have any questions? Okay, I have a question. What did you put any of your own personal touches in the picture book? Like what did you? Okay, now I'm going to be like a total tech ignorant. Okay.
This frame.
Wait. Just stop at this one. Yeah.
This frame. This is my. I thinking. ना ये मेरा बस ये just मेरा था. ये स्टोरी का पार्ट नहीं है. मतलब ये है पर ये बस मैंने सोचा कि एंड में कुछ अलग हो तो ये वही था. और मुझे कैट्स पसंद है तो कैट्स तो ऐड है इसमें.
So Habib added the cat throughout the whole book, and I think he also added the bell on the first toy that you saw. तो उन्होंने दो चीजें की, bell भी add किया, kitty cat भी add की, but he drew the whole thing, guys. So give him a hand of applause because He really made you feel. Did he make you feel that the boy was running through the streets? Yeah. So he created action shots, right? Yeah. Go ahead. Ask him a question. आपने पेंट की थी, शेडिंग की थी, क्या किया था आपने?
हाँ पेंट है ना, पेंट किया था, शेडिंग किया था। तो शेडिंग और पेंट, दिस इज द प्रैक्टिस और जस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द ड्राइंग। तो just think, there's no other difficult thing to how did you shade or how did you color. You also doing color na?
So, but you know what? Somebody asked me in the other thing that maybe this is a dream.
Yes.
Is it supposed to be a dream?
I think dream also is a realistic thing also.
It could be either. It could be his dream. So that's the fun thing that Habib did. He can make you think about one picture in many ways. Yes, someone had their hands. Yes, you. How do you draw so well?
I don't know.
Practice, Habib. Bolo, practice. Sit in quietly in your house with colors and practice. That is how you do it. Basically, only practice. Yes, sir. Is this little Habib?
हाँ थोड़ा सा तो है।
थोड़ा सा तो है।
बेसिकली मैं अपनी किताबों में मैं अपना बचपन ऐड करने की कोशिश करता हूँ। हालांकि मेरा बचपन अभी थोड़ी सालों में निकला है, मैं बहुत बड़ा नहीं हूँ, आपको लग रहा हो।
एक सेकंड, यहाँ पे एक हेलो, कैन वी हैव योर क्वेश्चन मिस्टर ये, कैन वी हैव योर, यस यस। Such a good question, such a good question. Because I got this question in the earlier session saying, the book says written by, there are no words, like, why are you here? But you're right, because I was writing this book, and then I kept seeing these pictures in my mind, and I said, there's no need for words, because you have someone so talented, like Habib, you all enjoyed his work so much. Were you missing any words in this story? I don't think so, right? It was more fun like this. Words would only slow us down. हाँ, आपको स्काई से इंस्पिरेशन मिला?
हाँ, ये जो ड्राइंग्स हैं मोस्टली ये मेरे सराउंडिंग ही है, तो मैं रोज ही देखता हूँ ये।
So it's like your neighborhood, right? You get inspired by things you see every day. Do you guys know this song, Who Are the People in Your Neighborhood? Have you ever heard that before? Should I sing it? Good God. Yes. Shall we let Habib go?
जी बिल्कुल।
A big round of applause for Habib Ali.
I just wanted to say the illustrations are beautiful, and Habib has got that time period so wonderfully. I was looking at the market scene and all the bottles.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Habib.
Every page is perfect.
Every page is perfect.
I would love to meet you.
She would love to meet you. Hello, matlab jaiye piche.
And whatever you've conceptualized, Sadaf, is
Ji.
also perfect.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
Thank you both of you for a lovely book. Something one wants to own always.
Thank you very much. It's always lovely to hear from, people who enjoy the book. All right, should we learn a song quickly? Then we'll move on to a quick other book pairing, and then we'll do some fun activity. Is that good? Okay, so this is not my song. Let me be clear, copyright and all. Have any of you watched Sesame Street? So I grew up on Sesame Street. I love Sesame Street. My brother is here. He also grew up on Sesame Street. Now, of course, he's gone somewhere, so I can't point to him. So we learned the song on Sesame Street, okay? So listen to it first, and then if you guys want to join me, we can do it together. How's that? Yeah? Okay. So it goes like this. It says, who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? In your neighborhood? Who are the people in your neighborhood? They're the people that you meet when you're walking down the street. They're the people that you meet each day. You guys want to try that? Okay, so if I say, who are the people in your neighborhood? You guys say, in your neighborhood, okay? 3 times. You try that? Who are the people in your neighborhood? In your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. So who are the people in your neighborhood? They're the people that you, when you're walking down the They're the people that you meet each day. Yeah, you got it. Okay, so because this book doesn't have any words, I thought I could introduce you to another book, which I really like. It's called Dream Street, and it's written by Trisha Elam Walker and Yuka Holmes. So, writer and illustrator, okay? And they're talking about the street in their neighborhood. And who are the people in their neighborhood, actually? So, we'll just go through it little by little so you can have a sense. So, it says, "Welcome to Dream Street, the best street in the world. Just ask the people who live here. The houses and dreams inside are different as thumbprints." Did you know that? All our thumbprints are different. "And the street walks are wide enough for huge chalk drawings and giant hopscotch boards, and children from all over the neighborhood come and play until the street lights go on." So maybe when we were little, our parents would have to keep calling us back home because we were all outside. You can ask your parents about this. This actually happened. Do your parents do that to you? Or do your parents have to push you to go out and play? No more iPads. Okay, so you see this boy here? He has a crown on his head. Says Yusuf waits for his brother Biko at the corner of Humboldt Avenue and Dream Street. He's thinking about how their mom always says, "Don't leave the house without your crown." She likes to tell them stories about their ancestors who were kings and queens with dreams they never gave up on. So I don't know if you knew, but most African Americans will refer to their hair as their crown. So you see their elaborate hairstyles, you see their wonderful do's, so that's their crown. Each morning, unless it's raining, Mr. Sydney, can you see Mr. Sydney reading his paper? Sydney's also a place, it's also a name. He's reading his paper on his stoop, dressed up to the nines. See, he's kind of fancy looking, right? He's wearing a suit. Mr. Sarah likes to say, "What's the nines?" a child would ask. And Miss Sarah will answer, "Fancy, fancy." Mr. Sydney is a retired mail carrier living his dream of never having to wear a uniform again. He tips his big brown fedora hat and greets everyone. "Don't wait to have a great day. Come on." So he tells everybody in the neighborhood to have a great day. And Belle, do you see all the beautiful butterflies? Yeah. Belle catches butterflies in a jar when they fly near Miss Sarah's bird bath, but she always lets them go. Don't catch butterflies, it's better to let them go. "Everything has a right to be free," she says, "and every butterfly is different, just like the snowflakes and people and dreams." Belle wants to become a scientist who studies butterflies, and she says there's a special name for it. It's called a lepidopterist. And I'm sure someone will tell me if I said that wrong. So these are all their people in the neighborhood. Can you see this girl? She's playing on a skipping rope, right? Says, you can't see, I'm sorry. Yeah. So it says, Azaria's house is next to the park. The girl can really jump some rope. She can do double dutch on one leg at a time. She can turn around and touch the ground. She can jump by herself with 2 ropes. She can even dance, jump, and dream of winning a shiny trophy one day. When she flies down the street, swinging on her rope, she lifts up her long brown legs as high as the sun. Do any of you do skipping ropes? All right, and this is someone else in the neighborhood. Who is this? This is Miss Sarah, and she's wearing a beautiful hat. So they also call her the Hat Lady. You can't see, I'm sorry, darling. Yeah. So she's known as the Hat Lady, and her voice is only a whisper. But there are stories between the lines of her face that she'll share when you come close. So she's lived on Dream Street longer than anyone else. And she dreams of the trees and watching children grow into grown-ups and listens to their dreams along the way. So sometimes you have some grown-ups in your life who will listen to you a little bit more than the other grown-ups in your life, right? And this is Zion, who walks around the corner to the library. How many of you like to go into the library? Yeah, he likes to go to the library and read tall piles of books that take him on adventures around the world. When other kids laugh or talk, he says, shh. Because don't you know you're supposed to be quiet in a library? Some days the librarian will give him a brand new book and say, I have a feeling this is your cup of tea. Can the boys be librarians? Zion whispers to her, because that's his dream. Of course they can. She flashes him a big smile and goes on to the next book. And here are the two friends, cousins, I think. Edie lives on the top of the hill and searches for treasures others throw away. She collects rocks, broken jewelry, feathers, and leaves and adds them to her drawings of the people on Dream Street. And meanwhile, her cousin Tari pays attention to all the folks who come around and makes up little stories about them. And in her notebook, she scribbles what she hears, and even when people don't know that she's listening. These cousins dream someday they'll create a picture book about their own Dream Street. Yes. Everyone makes noise. Next time you tell them, shh, libraries to be quiet. Okay? And this is the Phillips family that has 5 boys, Dudley, Donald, Donardo, Dexter, and Duke, all named after jazz singers. And these boys are a handful, but the brothers know not to act up or show up. On Sundays before church, their daddy, Mr. Phillips, lines them up in front of the porch for inspection, from hands to shining shoes. He dreams of owning his own jazz band with the Phillips boys one day. So don't they look pretty sharp in their nice little dresses? Yeah. Don't you see people around in your neighborhood sometimes dressed nicely and they're going somewhere? These boys were going to church. And the grass behind DeSeda Rear's house overflows with plants you don't see every day. Purple lilies, red desert peas, yellow passion flowers, magnolia trees that smell like milk and honey and make your eyes feel heavy. And she grows her locks so long she can wrap them around her shoulder like a shawl. Sometimes they sing a little song and fall asleep together. And she makes, can you see the baby on her? There's actually a little baby on her who she's singing to. And this is little Benjamin, the last page I promise. Little Benjamin, who lives in the purple house next to the park, is tucked away in his bed, but he doesn't want to go to sleep and dream. He might miss something important. He hugs his teddy, who isn't ready for sleep either. Instead, they count the stars that sparkle through the bedroom window and listen to laughter outside from the big kids who don't have to go to bed yet. The children who live and play on Dream Street can become whatever and whoever they want because their dreams are nourished and cared for, just like Desiree's flowers. There is no need to worry and no need to rush. They're taking their time, growing up, playing, learning, living, and soaring towards the sky with all the adventures that await them. Do you like that? So now we're going to just hand out some pencils and papers to see if you guys are inspired to do 2 things. One, and now because I'm not an illustrator, don't laugh at my drawings, please. I drew a picture of my street. I know, you can't, I know, sorry, I drew it in pencil. I should have drawn it darker. So near my street, there's actually a clinic, doctor's clinic at the end of the street. Then there's a school on the street, and opposite the school there's a park. And this is my home, which I put a little heart and a welcome mat. And at the end of my street, there's a little bit of water, like the bay, and a bridge. Okay? So that's my street. But now, the more fun part is I made my dream street. What would I like on my dream street? I want a jungle at the end of my street so I can go say hi to all the animals. I tried to draw a monkey and a lion, but maybe just anaconda. I was supposed to be a flower. Sorry. Yeah, so do you see why we needed Habib? Can you imagine if I drew the pictures? You'll all be like guessing, what is this? And then I want lollipop trees on my street. Yeah. And I want a library on my street. And I would really like all my friends to live on my street by my house. So this is my actual street, and this is my dream street. Okay? Now we can hand you guys out some papers and pencils, and if you guys want to spend some time drawing your street, and then you can draw your dream street, which can have anything you want. Okay? Yeah, and then I'll be hanging out here if you want to show me what you drew too. And I have a book signing at 3 o'clock, I think. So that should be on the schedule. So if you guys want to come for that. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. There are markers and there's paper, so feel free to draw your stuff. And I hope you guys had a good session. Thank you.
I have a question actually for you.
Oh, okay.
So, what's your favorite part of the book that you've written?
My favorite part of the book was actually the cat, because I thought the cat added a lot of dynamism to the stories and the pages, and like I thought it was really fun.
So, when you were writing I wouldn't say writing, when you were scripting your story, was there a particular moment where it like you resonated with your own life or your own childhood, or was there that one moment which struck you?
So I think part of the story is just about joy, right? Like in childhood, I think as you look back, a lot of things you remember was like how fun things were, how much joy there was. And also, so I wanted to have that feeling of joy with the little boy. So that's the one thing that I really liked that Habib brought out was so much joy in creating a toy, just moving around, being fast and hanging out with his friend, the cat and stuff like that. So he really brought joy was sort of the place that I was coming from. And I always point out to my son all these people who are working in the shops, like, the old razai makers, which we don't see that much anymore. And, usually you take something and you can throw it away, but we have people who fix things, So I was trying to show him that my own children, that there are people and places you can go to get things fixed. And that just got me thinking about, the idea of community and who's around you and who gets to witness your joy and who also gets to witness your heartbreak a little bit, And there are lots of ways people can respond to that. You see someone fall, you can laugh at them. But if you see people fall, do you want to pick them up again? So that was really the inspiration behind that.
Thank you. I guess your story does prove the old saying, right? That a picture says 1,000 words.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your very interactive session. And the manner in which that you fused rural and urban life to create a book is truly remarkable. And I specifically like the way that in your story there's no big event which happens in particular, it's just the little joys which are depicted. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
So,
thank you.